Today we are going to be harvesting homegrown ginger. Now this is something that I've been growing for several years. It's a very easy plant to grow, needs very little care, but here's what it does need. It's some pretty consistent watering. And I think one of the lessons I learned this year was because of our very dry, hot summer, the ginger didn't do quite as well just receiving natural water. So I think the lesson I learned this year is that I'm going to have to amend it with a little bit of drip so that it gets more consistent watering. Now they're not huge. Our harvest this year was not great, but it was pretty good. And I will always be growing this. And I decided to grow this in between our indeterminate tomato pots because it does get morning sun, but in the afternoon it gets a little bit of a break. And ginger does like that. So I think the location was wonderful. And this is ground that for other reasons would not be used. So I think, again, location was great. Morning sun, afternoon shade, get it out of that hot sun. Need to be much more consistent with the watering. And one of the beauties of homegrown ginger, if you've never, first of all, it smells. Oh, the smell is so good. It's nothing like what you get in the grocery. Flavor is so strong. You kind of need to get used to using fresh ginger because the amounts you use in any given recipe might be very different because of the strength of it. Now, one thing I am going to try this year, which I haven't done before, is normally when you harvest fresh ginger, you cut off the rhizome, the bottom, which we normally call ginger root. You give it a cleanup. But I have never done anything with the stalks and the leaves. The stalks and the leaves taste very much like ginger, are edible. So this year I'm going to put them through a food processor, and then I'm going to dehydrate it and see if I can use that portion of the ginger for tea, because I just think that would really be wonderful. So I'll let you know how that experiment turns out. I did a previous video on how to start and plant ginger from beginning to getting a plant. So I will put that in the description below, and I will also put it up in an iCard. So you can go back and watch that if you'd like to. Now I'm pretty happy with this harvest. Look at that beautiful rhizome. I mean, that is a nice piece of ginger. Now, obviously, many years I've gotten much bigger ginger than this, but I have done absolutely nothing to these plants. They have just grown on their own, and I wasn't even sure any of them had made it. So it's again, super easy to grow your own ginger. I would love to know, have any of you ever given this a try? What have you learned from trying to grow your own? And what do you use it for? I use it in a lot of holiday baking things. Obviously, ginger cookies and gingerbread is a big deal come the holidays. But we all know many of the medicinal purposes and helps that ginger can be. So this is not a bad haul. I'm going to give it about a 4 just because I didn't do a darn thing to grow it other than plant it. So I hope you have enjoyed this. Please let me know if you have or are going to start growing your own ginger. Thank you so much for watching, This is Audrey from Real Food Comes Dirty. I hope to see you soon. Take care now.